Welcome to Experian Exchange, a new series featuring exclusive interviews with all the latest news and insights with Experian's business leaders. Experian Exchange will give you access to the latest thinking from inside the world of Experian, covering everything from finance to fraud and even technology to transformation. Welcome to Experian Exchange. I'm Irani. Most companies agree that the key to success means putting the customer first and delivering a superior experience. But in a landscape of shifting customer expectations, how do you manage to stay ahead? Well, Nick Dagg leads the clients team in UK and Ireland at Experian, and he joins us now. Welcome to Experian Exchange, Nick. Great to have you with us.
Great to be here, Del. Great to be here.
So Nick, I know you're working with some of the biggest financial brands in the market across multiple geographies. When you speak to your clients, what are they telling you? What are their top priorities at the moment?
So I think a few things come to mind. I think firstly is the customer journey, customer management. How do I think about helping my customers, so the end user, the consumer, how do I help them more with their financial lives? If I can find ways to do that, I can effectively create more value for them and more value for me. I think that's number one. I think the second thing is they're all exploring technology. How, again, can we use technology, AI, to drive more and more efficiency in our businesses and more capability in the decisions that we make to drive our business?
It's interesting you mentioned technology and AI, because I want to talk about some of the big trends. What are your clients telling you in terms of their priorities for the next 5 to 10 years when it comes to data and technology?
Sure. I think that consumers looking to bring all their financial requirements to a single place. They're looking to be able to get information. They're looking to be able to access any financial component that they have in their lives. And they want all of that wrapped up in security and in a single safe place. And I think many of our customers, our B2B customers, are looking to find ways to provide that type of service.
So let's talk a little bit more about your B2B customers. Can you give us some examples of how you work with them in order to deliver better results, not just for them, but for their end customers too?
Sure. Great example of that be a recent arrangement we put in place with Virgin Money. Virgin Money, a large bank in the UK market. What we've recently done with Virgin is to both provide the best data that we possibly can, wrap that up in technology to help them make decisions, and then, of course, underpin that with fraud and identity services to ensure that that's a safe environment. And that effectively underpins their entire lending lifecycle and helps them make better decisions and therefore deliver a better outcome for their end customers.
So when you're coming up with these type of solutions that they're able to take to market, how important is co-collaboration in this process?
It's absolutely critical. If you think about that example I've just given you, we sat down and we worked together and we talked about what is it each of us wanted to get from this partnership, this arrangement we have in place together. What's good for you and what is good for us? And jointly we've then collaborated, and they've worked very closely with us in some of our product development, in some of the new technologies that we're developing, and really giving us very candid and honest, but absolutely critical feedback.
So for some of the people that are watching this, they might be entrepreneurs, other businesses. What are some of the key principles that they could apply when they're looking at, the same process of building a solution and partnership?
So I think there's a few pieces. It has to work for everybody. And that involves being incredibly honest with each other. So when I talked about writing down, what is it you want to get from this? And how can we make this fair? So we delivers a value for our client's business, but they're equally concerned about the value that we get from that business. And then critically, we're both concerned about the value it delivers for the end customer. Mm-hmm. If we get that piece right, generally everyone is winning.
Putting on your hat to kind of, I guess, looking into the future, looking ahead, sure. Give me, a forecast for say 5 to 10 years. What do you predict the consumer will be demanding from digital services?
The consumer's going to demand that single engagement, that single entity, everything in one place, and they want relatively frictionless journeys as they go through these decision points in what are critical moments in their lives. If you then step back and think, what does that mean for the suppliers to those consumers, effectively lending institutions, whether those are banks or financial services or people putting finance in place for cars or other life moments? I think that then means they've got to get a couple of things really right. Number one is data. So have I got the best data? Have I got the broadest, most complete set of data that I'm basing any decisions and information around? And then the second is then the technology, the software. Think about that as integrated software capabilities to then use that data to inform that decision. I think getting those things right, both at the B2B lens and then through to the consumer lens, I think that's where the focus is going to be over 5-10 years.
Nick Dagg, great to talk to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Experian Exchange. Please subscribe to get access to all the videos in this series. To learn more, go to experian.com/exchange.